Browns QB Dillon Gabriel makes feelings clear on Shedeur Sanders. Cleveland Browns quarterback Dillon Gabriel didn't add fuel to the fire when asked about Shedeur Sanders' unusual response to being passed over for the starting job. Instead, he delivered a clear message about unity. The Browns named Gabriel their starter this week, moving on from 40-year-old Joe Flacco after a 1-3 start. But the spotlight quickly shifted to Sanders, who stirred controversy by silently mouthing his answers while speaking to reporters. The gesture was widely criticized and seen as inappropriate for a rookie listed as the team's number 3 quarterback. Sanders' mime act came after former NFL coach and ESPN analyst Rex Ryan said the former Colorado star needed to stop running his mouth. When Browns insider Mary Kay Cabot asked Gabriel about the display, the rookie kept his answer brief but pointed. "For me, we're a team. We do this as a unit," Gabriel said. "We can only control what we can control. I don't want to speak for anyone in particular." Browns QB Dillon Gabriel took potential shot at Shedeur Sanders. Some fans are convinced that Gabriel took a shot at Sanders after being named the starter. He used the phrase, "perfect time," which some saw as a reference to Sanders' viral rap song, "Perfect Timing." "You wait for the perfect time, you're going to wait a whole lifetime," Gabriel said on Wednesday. "So, for me, I've always been ready for every moment." The Browns are hoping that Gabriel can steady the ship on offense and get the unit back on track. Cleveland is averaging just 14 points per game and has struggled to produce explosive plays. "From the beginning, it's the moment you look forward to as a competitor," Gabriel said. "But it's part of my job to be ready, to be that sense of hope for everyone to continue to be better and come together and create momentum for each other. So, excited for that, but just also extremely focused at doing my job at a high level." The wait continues for Browns QB Shedeur Sanders. Sanders was not promoted to the backup spot when the Browns named Gabriel the starter. Flacco will hold down that role. Sanders will be the emergency quarterback, inactive on game day and only able to enter if both Gabriel and Flacco are injured. Sanders has faced an uphill battle since being drafted in the 5th round by the Browns. However, there's still a chance he sees the field this season. There are a lot of things inside the Browns building that they like about Shedeur Sanders. His innate feel in a football game, they like his ability, they like how cool he is under pressure, NFL Network's Ian Rappaport said on Thursday. "It just doesn't seem, as of right now, that he's ready to be a starting quarterback, which is okay. That was what they believed when they drafted him. That's why he went in the 5th round. Will we get a look at him later in the season? It does sound like we probably will." The Browns are in London for their Week 5 clash with the Minnesota Vikings. The Cleveland Browns quarterback room has been a storm of tension, anticipation, and constant media headlines ever since Shedeur Sanders arrived on the NFL stage. As the son of Deion "Primetime" Sanders, Shedeur walked into the league with a spotlight brighter than most rookies could ever imagine. Every press conference, every sideline glance, every touchdown throw or interception was dissected as though it carried the weight of a franchise's future. But amid the noise, there was one voice that fans were desperate to hear: Dillon Gabriel's. Gabriel, the Oklahoma product turned Browns quarterback, had been carefully navigating the tightrope of media questions since Sanders' arrival. Reporters pried, asking if he felt threatened, disrespected, or overshadowed. Teammates whispered about the balance of power in the locker room. Fans debated on social media about who should truly be the face of the Browns' offense. For weeks, Gabriel maintained professionalism, offering little more than safe responses. That all changed this week when Gabriel finally made his feelings clear about Shedeur Sanders. The locker room moment. After practice on a gray Cleveland morning, Gabriel stood by his locker surrounded by cameras and microphones. For once, he didn't sidestep the question. A reporter bluntly asked, "Dillon, how do you really feel about Shedeur Sanders being here and all the attention that comes with him?" Gabriel paused. He adjusted his jersey, let out a breath, and then spoke with conviction. "Look, Shedeur's talented. No denying that. But talent doesn't win games by itself. Chemistry, leadership, resilience, that's what matters. I respect Shedeur, but I'm not here to play second fiddle. I'm here to compete, to lead this team, and to win. People can write their stories, but inside this locker room, we know what's real. And what's real is that I believe I can lead the Cleveland Browns." The room fell silent. Cameras clicked. Reporters scribbled notes with wide eyes. Gabriel had said what many assumed he felt but had been reluctant to confirm. He respected Sanders, but he wasn't bowing to him. A tale of two quarterbacks. The Gabriel-Sanders dynamic has been one of the NFL's most fascinating subplots this season. On one hand, Shedeur Sanders embodies hype. He's flashy, outspoken at times, and carries the aura of his father's legacy. His college career was filled with highlight reel plays and viral media moments, and the Browns drafted him with expectations that bordered on cinematic. On the other hand, Dillon Gabriel represents grit. He wasn't the five-star prodigy or the headline-making son of a legend. He built his career on accuracy, poise, and consistency. At Oklahoma, he earned respect not through theatrics but through quiet dominance and reliability. Gabriel is the type of quarterback who lets his play do the talking. Put them together in the same quarterback room, and sparks were inevitable. What Gabriel really meant. Gabriel's statement wasn't an attack on Sanders. It wasn't bitterness or jealousy. It was clarity, a declaration of intent. For weeks, speculation had painted Gabriel as passive, overshadowed, or unwilling to challenge Sanders' aura. By making his feelings clear, he reminded everyone that the Browns' quarterback competition wasn't just about pedigree. "It's about proving who can lead us to wins on Sunday," Gabriel later elaborated in a one-on-one interview. "I don't care about social media highlights or who gets the most headlines. I care about moving the chains, putting points on the board, and earning the respect of my teammates." That subtle jab, social media highlights, wasn't lost on fans. Some took it as a direct shot at Sanders' often viral presence. Others saw it as Gabriel's way of reinforcing his old-school football mentality. Either way, it showed he was unafraid to define the narrative on his own terms. Reactions inside and outside. Inside the Browns' locker room, Gabriel's words reportedly resonated. Several players, speaking anonymously, told local reporters that they appreciated his honesty. One veteran lineman said, "It was good to hear him finally say it. We know Dillon's a leader, and hearing him claim it out loud made a difference." Outside, the fanbase lit up. Cleveland has always been a city that values grit over flash, heart over hype. Gabriel's comments fit neatly into the underdog narrative Browns fans love to rally behind. Social media buzzed with fans praising Gabriel for keeping it real and standing his ground. Of course, Sanders supporters fired back.